Okay, and what has to be the silliest, nonsensical, just asinine beef between a battle of the dweebs? Anton Daniels finally put his money where his mouth is. He filed a lawsuit, a defamation lawsuit against Corey Holcomb. Let's go over it. All right, so a couple things that stick out to me. We'll go over the whole petition. It's about 3 pages long. Steven Sarshik, Wade litigation, Los Gatos, California. The plaintiffs, pay attention. The plaintiffs are his daughter Leslie Daniels and his wife Sharita Daniels. So Anton did not put his name on this lawsuit. He's just funding it, using his daughter and his wife as proxies to go after Corey. Nasty work. This man doesn't care about nobody but himself and his endeavors and his goals. I respect it. I don't agree with it, but a man this driven will use everybody and anybody around him to achieve his goals. Okay. And the Superior Court of the State of California in the County of Los Angeles Civil Division, Leslie Daniels, individual, Sharita Daniels. Now, I remember there was some footage of one of Anton's brothers saying the daughter was not even aware about all this taking place between her dad and Corey, or what the picture that Corey posted of her. But anywho, let's continue. Plaintiffs versus Corey Lamont Holcomb, an individual, the 5150 show, a business organization, and does 1 through 25 inclusive. 1 through 25 means you can name up to 25 people all involved as defendants for this. So that means Craig Fax at some point will be named in this. I'm sure Darlene will be named in this. Frank, the producer, and whoever else is behind the camera working with Corey will at some point be named as a doe in this lawsuit. All right, there's a case number 26NN CV01405. Okay, complaint 4. Here's the list: defamation per se, false light, defamation of Leslie Daniels with respect to the t-shirt images. This is a frivolous lawsuit, but unfortunately, Anton's going to use this to hit Corey's pockets for time and expenses. It's going to be a waste of time, but you're going to have to spend money on this. Defamation of Sharita Daniels with respect to the t-shirt images, intentional infliction of emotional distress suffered by Leslie Daniels. Now, that means that is you're going to have the daughter actually testify or give a statement saying, hey, this is how this is affecting me. Because remember, Anton made a video saying he pulled his daughter out of school and she was distraught and, looking for somewhere else to stash her. Mind you, the video, that live stream was like 12 hours old when Corey made his video. So I'm not sure how in a span of 12 hours, literally overnight, how this could affect his daughter before she goes to school the very next day, which is odd to me. But once again, you're going to have the daughter say, hey, yeah, this affected me. This is how it affected me. I had to drop out of class. My grades suffered, emotionally distressed. I mean, this is so silly, but let's continue. International infliction of emotional distress suffered by Sharita Daniels. Okay, violation of California Civil Code 3344. So let's go to the next page. This was electronically filed February 26th, 11:53 a.m. So he did this back in February. So he really didn't waste a lot of time. Okay, let's go. Next page. Okay. Comes now plaintiff Leslie Daniels and Sharita Daniels and file their complaint in this action for damages against Corey. Defendant Corey Lamont Holcomb and the 5150 show as follows. The parties: plaintiff Leslie Daniels at all times herein mentioned is an individual residing in Detroit, Michigan. Plaintiff Leslie Daniels, African American. Plaintiff was 17 years old and senior in high school at all times mentioned in the complaint. Plaintiff Sharita Daniels at all times herein mentioned it was an individual residing in Detroit. Blah blah blah. Sharita is African American. Plaintiff Leslie Daniels is the daughter of Anton Daniels. Once again, using your child and your wife as a proxy to go at another man is disgusting work. Anywho, upon information and belief, defendant Corey Lamont Holcomb, hereinafter Holcomb, at all times herein mentioned, is an individual with a residence and place of business in the county of Los Angeles. Okay, Okay, let's go here. The show consisted of long, rambling, profanity-laced monologues by Corey Holcomb. Corey is misspelled here. Find a better attorney, Anton. This guy seems like an ambulance chaser. Oh, but let's continue. Interspaced by product commercials and solicitations upon information and belief at all times herein mentioned the 5150 show, a business entity of unknown forms that produces and airs Corey Holcomb 5150 show, and said business entity has a principal place of business at 755 East Washington, Pasadena, California. Okay, let's continue. Next page. Okay. The true names and capacities, whether individual, corporate, representative, or otherwise, of Does 1 through 25 inclusive, are unknown to plaintiffs, who therefore sue them by such fictitious names. Plaintiffs will seek leave to amend this complaint. Here we go. Seek leave to amend this complaint and show the true names and capacities of said defendants when they are ascertained. So they're still going to go through the. So I guess Anton's attorney is still going through the list of people to add to this complaint. Basically getting everybody that was involved with that particular episode and everybody that works behind the scenes on that particular episode. Okay. Plaintiffs are informed and believe therein alleged that each of the defendants named as Doe, along with the named defendants, are responsible in some manner for the occurrences herein alleged, and that plaintiff's injuries herein alleged were legally or proximately caused by said defendants. Whatever it is alleged that any act or omission was also done or committed by any specifically named defendant or by defendants generally, plaintiffs hereby intend thereby to allege and do allege that the same act or omission was done and committed by each and every defendant as a Doe, and each named defendant both separately and in concert or conspiracy with the named defendants. Okay. Plaintiffs are informed and believe therein alleged that each defendant herein was an agent, employee, or representative of the remaining defendants in each of them, and that each defendant was acting within the course, scope, and authority of that relationship, acting negligently or intentionally in the matters herein alleged, acted in concert with the other defendants, or was an aider and abetter with others as to the conduct alleged. Plaintiffs are informed and believe and therein alleged that the Doe defendants are responsible for the acts alleged herein, and that they were acting as agents, employers, or representatives of the named defendant and within the scope of their agency in doing such acts. This court has jurisdiction over this action because the amount in controversy exclusive and cost and interest exceeds the sum of $35,000. Is that it? Anything else? Should be one more page. Okay, last page. Here we go. Venue is proper judicial district pursuant to California civil procedure. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, upon information believed January of 2026, the Corey Holcomb show 5150 was aired through YouTube and had a wide audience in the United States. And the 5150 show was aired on or about January 13th. So he filed this thing literally a month after. Anton Daniels, the father of plaintiff Leslie Daniels and the husband of plaintiff Frida Daniels, appeared on that show. After introductory comments were made by the defendant Holcomb and the guest, the two individuals became involved in an intense heated discussion and provocative remarks were exchanged. The following week, on January 20th, 2026, defendant Corey Holcomb aired another 5150 show. During the show, the defendant twice aired a photograph of plaintiff Leslie Daniels standing immediately in back of an American flag. Once again, that picture came from the website of the United States Junior Taekwondo team. That's where Corey got the picture from. Once again, the picture that Corey showed of Leslie, Anton's daughter, came from the actual USA website for the U.S. National Junior Taekwondo team. Let's continue. Okay, the defendant Corey Holcomb clearly identified plaintiff Leslie Daniels as the daughter of Anton Daniels. While the photo was shown, host Corey Holcomb made disparaging and highly offensive statements about plaintiffs and her father. Once again, if it's done in comedy, good luck trying to sue somebody for comedy for defamation. But I think this is just something to irritate Corey, to kind of hit his pockets, to mess with him. But let's continue. Defendant Corey Holcomb referred to plaintiff Leslie Daniels as on the broadcast as an ugly ass dyke. Okay. The defendant knew at the time that the statement was made that plaintiff was a minor. The statement was made intentionally to disparage and demean plaintiff. The defendant expected at the time that he would profit monetarily by ridiculing ridiculing Leslie Daniels and subjecting her to scorn since his podcast has promotions for podcasts that bring in substantial income. Once again, you're gonna have to show a statement from your daughter, bruh. Why would you put your daughter through this? So to make this lawsuit stick and have some merit, you're gonna have a statement from your daughter saying, yeah, this affected me. Kids made fun of me. I need to see a therapist. I had to drop out of school. Blah 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 blah. Like, come on, man. Making your kid go through this for your own satiation is disgusting. But let's continue. Should be one more page. Anything else? Okay, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Once again, I think this is frivolous. I think this thing will get thrown out. I don't think it will go any further than this won't go to trial. I think a couple weeks after negotiation, Corey will probably settle, 40, 30 racks to keep Anton, whatever. I just can't see a judge letting this go through, actually taking this thing to trial. So I could be wrong, but what are you guys' thoughts? Once again, this is the lamest battle of the dweebs we've seen in a very, very long time. Two lames with money and too much time on their hands. Y'all have a good one. Peace.